Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, police say Trelawney crash victims hailed from St. Catherine. Police have confirmed that 5 people killed in a crash Sunday along the Salt Marsh Main Road in Trelawney were from Spanish Town and the Portmore addresses in St. Catherine. They were reportedly on their way to a party in Hanover. However, their identities are still being withheld until their immediate family members have been notified. According to the police, the minivan they were traveling in overturned along the Salt Marsh Main Road about 2:30 a.m. 2 of the occupants died at the scene, while the other 3 succumbed to their injuries at the Falmouth Public General Hospital. The news has learned that at least 2 of the other 7 individuals who were injured in the crash have since been treated and released. 3 men shot 2 fatally in Partown, St. Anne. Police operatives have launched an intense investigation into the gunslaying of 2 men and the injury of another in Otrio, St. Anne last night. Those killed have been identified as 56-year-old painter Paul Brooks, otherwise called Matterhorn, and the 30-year-old warehouse assistant Lamar Lynch, otherwise called Buju, both of Grove Village, Partown, St. Anne. A 45-year-old man also suffered gunshot injuries. Reports are that about 10:35 p.m. on July 5, the men were in Partown when they were pounced upon by unknown assailants and shot. The 3rd man was admitted for treatment. No motive has been established in the incident. The Major Investigation Division and the Ontario's Criminal Investigation Branch are probing the matter. Man injured in alleged police shootout in Old Harbour. A man was injured in an alleged shootout with the police in New Harbour Village, Phase 3, Old Harbour, St. Catherine this morning. He has been admitted to hospital under police guard. The Independent Commission of Investigations has been informed about the incident. Reports are that around 4:50 a.m., the police conducted a targeted operation in the area and went to a premises. The police were allegedly challenged by the man, who was reportedly armed with a handgun. The police took evasive action and fired in the man's direction. When the shooting subsided, he was found suffering from gunshot wounds. The police say a gun was seized. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital for treatment. October 3 trial for St. Catherine mother charged after 4-year-old daughter sustains burns during beating. The St. Catherine mother charged with cruelty to a child after her 4-year-old daughter sustained burns from falling into a little coal stove while she was beating her is to go on trial on October 3. The date was set when the matter was mentioned in court on Friday, July 4. Her $100,000 bail was extended by acting senior parish court judge Janelle Nelson Gale. It is alleged that on Sunday, April 6, the woman was beating her daughter with a broomstick when the child fell into a coal stove and sustained burns to her back. The child was taken for treatment and a report was made to the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse. An investigation was launched which resulted in the mother being arrested. She was subsequently charged with cruelty to a child. St. Andrew wanted man fatally shot by police in Portmore, St. Catherine. A wanted man was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with the police last night in Bridgeport, Portmore, St. Catherine. The police say a firearm was also recovered from the deceased, who has been identified as Oshani Vashi Davidson of a King Weston Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew address. The incident occurred along Shaw Avenue in Bridgeport at 11:32. The news understands that several operations by the St. Andrew North Police to nab him proved unsuccessful before last night. According to the police, Davidson was a person of interest in relation to several murders and shootings in the Stony Hill and the Lawrence Tavern areas. A resident of King Weston told the news that Davidson left the community after the bloodletting which began last year. We heard the news that them kill him over Portmore. A whole heap of time police come up here and try catch him, because I have it to say the violence started from an incident with him and continued through him and others, the resident said. The resident told the news that things have been much calmer in King Weston for weeks now and hope that it will remain that way. Commander for the St. Andrew North Police Division, Superintendent Randy Sweeney, confirmed that an operation was conducted and Davidson was fatally shot. We believe that Oshani Davidson was one of the persons who was involved in the flare-up of violence in the King Weston and the Florence Hill areas of the division, and due to the responsiveness of the police, he was displaced. Acting on intelligence, the team conducted an operation in the St. Catharines South Police area last night. A confrontation ensued and Davidson was shot and injured and later pronounced dead, Sweeney told the news. He is appealing to others in the St. Andrew North Division who are wanted to turn themselves into the police. Do not challenge the police. We want to assure law-abiding citizens that the police remain resolute in our efforts to reduce crime and violence right across the division, Sweeney said. The Independent Commission of Investigations was notified of the fatal shooting. As of July 3, Indicom was probing 166 deaths at the hands of the police. The St. Andrew North Police are seeking the following people: persons of interest: Tevin Harris, alias Ratty, of 100 Lane, Red Hills Road, Kingston 19, for murder; Kenil Copeland, O.C. Bulby, of a Cassava Peace, Kingston 8 address, for murder and a shooting. Wanted are Demar Greenham, O.C. Bully Beef, of an Andrew Penn, Kingston 8 address, for murder; Ryan Plummer, O.C. Killy, of an Eric Castle, Stony Hill, St. Andrew address, for murder; and Daniel Wilson, of a Glen Drive, Cassava Peace, Kingston 8 address, for shooting with intent. Manchester detectives seeking public assistance to find the witnesses for case in court. Detectives from the Manchester Police Division are seeking the public's assistance to locate several witnesses who are vital to a case that is before the Manchester Circuit Court. They are Sophia Baker, whose last known address is Somerset District, Mandeville, Manchester; Melanie Ennis, whose last known address is Confidence Avenue, Greenville District, Manchester; Ronald Martin, whose last known address is Riches District, Spalding, Manchester; Orain Donaldson, whose last known address is Riches District, Spalding, Manchester; Kenroy Smith, whose last known address is Pertree District, Mandeville, Manchester; and Brianna Annalee, whose last known address is Bloomfield District, Mandeville, Manchester. They are scheduled to appear before the court on Tuesday, October 14. Sophia Baker, Melanie Ennis, Ronald Martin, Orain Donaldson, Kenroy Smith, Brianna Annalee, or anyone knowing their whereabouts is being asked to contact the Mandeville Police at 876-962-2250, the 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.